Hello everybody and welcome to TBAC. I'm Jordan, I'm here with Matt today and this is the news. This is a new feature.
Hello.
Oh, sorry mate. This is a new feature.
No
This is a new
worries.
feature by us and we're going to cover this. We're going to do this every 2 weeks and it's going to cover the news for the last 2 weeks that anyone hasn't caught up on or hasn't seen.
Just the bits we find interesting, mind you.
Yeah, pretty
Not
much.
Yeah.
So to kick off today's news, we are going to go into. I think we're going to start with the PS4 virtual reality headset.
Yeah, so what exactly was the news on this? I remember you mentioning it to me, but...
It was that in March at the Gamers Association conference, I think it is. Sony are going to announce this.
Officially announce it.
Yes,
because
it's been rumoured. It's been rumoured for quite a while.
Yeah, so this is their competitor for Oculus Rift, I guess.
Yes.
That will hopefully be PlayStation compatible.
It pretty much will be the rival. Whether it'll be worth buying or not depends on what games they use it for, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, are you excited about virtual reality?
I think
I'm on the fence.
I have to admit, I haven't paid any attention to the Rift. Really, I haven't really seen any videos of it, so I couldn't really tell you whether it stands out or not.
The thing about watching Oculus Rift videos is that when you watch someone play it on YouTube, you don't get
The same feeling.
the sense of depth that they do.
Yeah.
You can see this weird shape on the screen, which is roughly the shape they're seeing, I guess, and you can watch them move their head around. But I guess it's one of those things you can't really experience unless you see it. Like maybe the 3DS was something that you couldn't
Experience until you played
basically
it.
Nintendo's whole strategy now is experience it.
The one thing
You see how well that's going for them.
the one thing I would say, I can imagine it being maybe quite pricey.
Yeah, it can't be cheap.
Yeah, I can't see it. I mean, we all love Sony and that, but I can see them putting this easily out there for a couple of £100 to buy, and there's no guarantee that all the main gaming developers will take it on and put it in their games. I can imagine it being quite a few. Like with the Rift, it could easily be just the indie games that take control of the market.
Yeah.
Which would
Oculus
suck.
Rift has a lot of indie games, a lot of modders for indie games. But I guess the one thing Sony does have over the Oculus Rift makers is that they can afford to subsidize the headset with game sales.
Yes, that is definitely one thing, and I guess the thing is
Yeah.
that Sony also can say to a developer, we want you to develop a game actually for it. Like, I guess they can go out and say we want an actual proper game company to develop an actual proper game for it.
Yeah, but they did that with PlayStation Move with PlayStation Heroes, didn't they? Where they had Ratchet, Sly, and Jack, and
they just sucked.
that bombed.
Yeah, I don't ever remember playing PlayStation Move, sadly.
I own one. I never took it out the box.
Fair enough.
It came with my second PlayStation. I just never touched it.
Yeah, I remember I played it once. Jack got it, and we played it once, and that was it. That was all.
So, did you hear about them running out of parts for the Oculus Rift?
I did indeed. I was about to bring that onto that part of the conversation.
Yeah. So I guess there was one company in the world that made these parts.
I wonder what part went missing.
Yeah, it must be something pretty important if they can't do it without it. But yeah, no more sales. Not that it was on general sale anyway, I guess, but...
The only thing I would say, I wonder what parts Sony are using compared to the Rift. I'm guessing it's probably different.
Yeah, I guess they probably have more manufacturing options, or they'll be able to manufacture in higher qualities to make it worth the companies making those parts again.
What Sony probably did, they probably bought the manufacturing company making the Rift, and they told them to stop making the parts.
Some random plant in China, they were just like, yep, you work for us now.
Yeah, exactly, we own you. So I think we pretty much covered the virtual reality for this thing, and we'll keep you updated in March when that actually happens and what we find out, or whether we think it's going to be a success. I guess we can stay.
I'm excited about the launch, but yeah.
Yeah. You're not too keen on the old virtual reality stuff.
No.
I think we'll stay on the lines of PS4, and we will say what I read recently online is that, I don't know if Matthew you read this at all or heard about this, that the PS4 will be very hard to find availability for it in the UK till at least around April. Sony say.
No, I did not see it. This was struck me when you sent me the list of things we can
Yep,
talk about
I
today.
read about this earlier on today, and they said they're going to struggle to get production until about April, so they get like a constant stream of someone can go into the shop and buy one like every couple of hours, I think, sort of thing.
That's impressive. I mean, what, they're already at 5 after the week 1 Japanese sales. They're at 5.6 million.
Yep, pretty
sold
much
worldwide.
Pretty much smashing Xbox out the park.
Yeah, I think they wanted 5 million sold by the end of March or April. So
they're on target. They're definitely on target, or they're past the target.
Yeah.
And funny thing we talk about this. Where I live in Aylesbury, in the UK, there's a shop called CEDX, or CEX, as how you want to pronounce it.
Sex. Computer exchange.
Yep. They in the shop window, up till recently they were selling PlayStation 4s, and they were selling them on their own for £420, and that's more than what they're worth in the current market. So shows how rare they were.
Yeah, that's over £100 markup, isn't it?
It's £80, isn't it?
£80.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
So and they were sold as well. They weren't there. They went past this afternoon. So.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, good for Sony.
Oh, 100% thing for Sony.
I'm really glad that they've after the disastrous PS3 launch.
Yeah, they've really gone with the PS4.
Now just bring out the games, please.
Yeah, exactly.
We're waiting.
We're going to also stick with next gen here, and I don't know if it's happening in America or any of you guys that you could tell us, even you could drop a comment in below to tell us. We found out recently this week that Matthew told me that they're dropping the price of the Xbox in the UK as well.
Yeah, the Xbox One is not in America, by the way. It's purely in the UK. I don't know why. I guess they were ripping us off already. But 30 quid off the price, and it comes with Titanfall now.
Okay. But Titanfall is Titanfall out yet, or is it due in March?
It's due in March, but they all come with download codes, so I assume they're just redeemable when it comes out.
That I didn't actually know that's an EA game as well, actually, until recently.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard it complete
Duty.
dog shit, but oh well.
Well, a lot of people are excited for that game. I'm not one of them, and it's not going to convince me to get an Xbox.
Nope.
Plants vs Zombie Garden Warfare. Now that might convince me, because that looks fun. I don't know if you've seen any gameplay of that.
No, I have not.
That really looks fun. It's like, do you know Team Fortress 2?
Yes.
Yeah. So you know how they have all the crazy classes that all have different roles and stuff?
Yep.
Well, this is like a third-person shooter version, Plants vs Zombies version of that.
Okay.
It seems quite basic and quite childish, but it looks like a lot of fun, and it looks, I guess, less skill-based than your average shooter.
Yeah.
Which would probably make it a bit more fun. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you know when that's due out, or is it just...
It's out.
Oh,
it came out beginning of this week.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Right.
Lots of YouTubers making videos.
So, yeah. Where should we go from here? We can talk about some PlayStation 4 games, or any games that are coming out or we've heard about. This week, The Order 1866, there was a trailer release for it, which looked pretty darn impressive.
It made me even more excited for it, because the whole theme just seems incredible.
Yep.
Like, it's a great historical period.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And then it's... What is it? Is it cyberpunk or steampunk? One of them.
Yeah,
Weird
I'm not too
names. But, yeah. Apparently all the weapons are based around technology they had at that time.
Oh, really? Oh, well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But they all do stuff like shoot electricity and shit, so...
This is being developed by Santa Monica, isn't it?
Yeah. The guys who made lots of PSP games.
They were responsible for God of War on PSP, weren't they?
Yeah. Did you ever play them?
I never played the ones on PSP, but I'm certain it has something to do with the PS4 version, the PS3 version as well. Recently, Santa Monica. I'm certain they did.
They did some porting to the PS3 recently, I
But
believe.
I remember them
Can't
being in
remember
it.
what.
So, but yeah,
Yeah, so Donkey Kong launched on the Wii U this week or last week, and I've been watching loads of YouTube gameplay footage of it. I know you haven't seen anything, but have you been a fan of the Donkey Kong series at all? Or
I can't even. I don't remember the last time I played Donkey Kong.
probably played the one on the Nintendo 64, didn't you?
Uh, there might have been. I mean, you know what? I don't have a problem with Donkey Kong. It's just not a game I've actually ever played. I can't remember the last time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a proper story-based Donkey Kong.
Well, it's as story based as a Nintendo game gets. Put
Oh,
it that
okay.
way. It's a proper main one. It's a 2D platformer. It's the sequel to 2010's Donkey Kong Country Returns, and we might be doing a Let's Play in it eventually, but we'll have to see on that one.
Oh, we can keep an eye
Because
out for it anyway, people. You know.
yeah, it
Uh,
depends on our timing and our finances and all that.
I'm really trying to figure out whether I played Donkey Kong or not.
Well,
I've,
Jack remembers playing the Nintendo 64 one, so you
why do
probably
I
do
remember
as well.
playing in Nintendo 64? Could you play as his son, Chippy or Chiddy, whatever his name was?
Diddy
Yeah.
Kong.
Could you play as him?
I never played the Nintendo 64 one, but I believe you could change between some of the Kongs. Could be wrong.
Yeah, I can't. No, I don't know. I have to try and give a good think about that.
Alright.
One major part of gaming news this week was that, well, for PS4 players anyway, that Call of Duty launched their DLC for the first DLC of this current game for us on Ghosts.
Yes, the
Um,
Onslaught map pack.
and if you've already been watching our channel, you would have known that we've already have given the Extinction Map one go and failed miserably.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, it's. I mean, in all fairness, actually, I can't tell a lie. I've only played the Extinction. I've had a chance to play the team deathmatch matches or the matches in the regular online play, because I haven't been home. But
Yeah, you haven't had a chance to check out the new gun either,
no,
have you?
no. When you said it, mixed reviews, Jack said it's crap. Matthew quite likes it, so
Yeah. I'm really happy with this DLC pack. It's the first DLC pack that I've been excited for in quite a while, which is odd.
yeah.
And I'm not let down by any of the maps.
I mean, I
have to
think the
say.
last DLC thing I was quite excited for when they used to do the more zombie maps on was it must have been Call of Duty Black Ops 1.
Yeah.
That
I think
they had
I didn't
decent
really
DLC.
enjoy Black Ops 1 Zombies, but I really liked World at War Zombies.
Oh yeah, well,
That was a lot of fun. But
yeah.
you guys didn't really start playing Call of Duty Online back then, did you?
No, we come into it on Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so speaking of like downloadable content launches, the PlayStation Plus games for March finally got announced.
Go on, what are they?
So we have Dead Nation Apocalypse Edition coming to the PS4,
Cool.
which is a top-down zombie shooter. I think it's only 2-person co-op, but we will be doing a Let's Play in that. We just have to figure out who's taking part
Yeah, and when we do it,
and all that stuff. Then for PS3, there was Tomb Raider and Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, which is an indie game that you probably haven't heard of.
I haven't heard of Brothers of Two Sons. No, I haven't heard of that. No.
No, it got good reviews, I guess, so I'll probably be playing it and getting all the trophies in it, maybe, one day. But Tomb Raider I already own. You just bought it, the definitive edition.
I did on the PS4.
Seems like weird timing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For them to... Because what, definitive edition came out last month, and now they're giving it away?
Is that the
Well,
definitive edition though, or is it just a normal edition?
it's just a normal edition. But there's not that much more in the definitive edition to make you want to go out and buy it.
I'm like maybe the thing is maybe they had an agreement with Square Enix that they were gonna do it.
Yeah, well, they always have to, like, form up deals and stuff.
So I mean.
Oh yeah, and then the PS Vita games are Pixel Junk Monsters HD and Smart As.
Okay.
So, 2 meh games from the meh selection of Vita games.
Yeah, which keeps getting more
Yeah.
meh every time we hear about it. We're gonna also go on now to say about Thief, which was launched yesterday. I have to actually. Oh, I don't know if I actually didn't ask. Is it on Xbox One as well? Or is it just a PS4 game?
It's on Xbox One, I think,
Okay.
and PS3 and Xbox 360.
Well, we do have some.
Everything but the Wii U.
We have some news. Well, I will never be playing that game ever because I saw the trailer for it and it just looked pants. So, I'm not a downer on it. If people like it, fair enough. But it just wasn't for me. The trailer pretty much made me not buy it.
A lot of people don't like it, do they?
Nope.
It's
from
got
what we've
mixed
been hearing.
reviews. It's like the people who used to love the series are like, oh no, this is horribly different, and the people that are new to the series are like, well, this game isn't any good.
So
essentially.
yeah. So it looks like a bit of a flop there, but well.
Yeah.
It'll probably be the only time it's ever spoken about on this channel.
Yeah, we won't be doing anything to do with Thief.
Maybe
it was a PlayStation Plus game in 2 years, but
yeah, that might be a let play for Matthew and Jack maybe. Or Sam if he ever decides to play with us again.
If he ever decides to be in the video.
Yeah. And then we're gonna also get now. It's in the last week or so we've heard about gaming movies which are quite it's quite unusual. You don't really get many gaming movies in the world nowadays.
They went through a big flux of gaming movies. Was it about 10 years ago or something?
Yeah, I think so.
And then they all flopped horribly. Like you had those Resident Evil movies.
Yeah.
You had Prince of Persia.
Resident Evil's still made to this day.
What, the movies?
Oh yeah. I think number 5 come out.
Really?
At some point last year, I think. Yeah.
Fuck me. Who watches that shit?
They're not very good.
Yeah, I know.
I never watched Prince of Persia, but I heard it was meh.
No. Sam watched that and he said it was alright. He has never played the games though.
True.
So
I've played a couple of Prince of Persias here and there.
I've played a couple of them too. And I have the HD collection that I keep meaning to get around to platinuming, but for the life of me I can't be bothered. Which is a bit of a problem.
Yep. I read earlier on this week on GameSpot that Sony Entertainment have been given a license to make a film about the Sega Mega Drive and then I think it must have also been the SNES I think at the time. About the two gaming giants battling out of each other.
Yeah, we just thought it was a bit weird because it's Sony making it about Nintendo and Sega.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, obviously it's not their gaming department and all that, but
yeah, exactly. So Sony have to work with Nintendo.
Well, I guess they have to get all the licenses and everything.
I bet Sony really play it out that Nintendo's are all bastards and they beat down on a little man in Sega sort of thing.
Yeah, well, there's no competition from Sega nowadays, is there? They make Sonic and
But that probably was the first game they make Sega. They make Sonic. Oh, they're making Aliens as well this year.
Great. They bought Atlas.
Great title. And the other movie that was announced this week was that Matthew told me about, and I didn't really care because I don't like it. Was the Minecraft movie, which is can be played in real life, and we could not figure out why or
it's
how.
Confusing. So it's being made it's been licensed by Warner Bros. And they have one of the guys that worked on the Lego movie doing it. But obviously the Lego movie is made out of Legos. And doing a real action version of Minecraft doesn't make sense. Also, what story is there to tell?
At all. Because all everybody does in Minecraft is build stuff to get away from spiders.
Well, you try to get away from the spiders. Most people are...
Yeah. God damn it, this is going to become a running theme for our shows. I couldn't explain unless I guess that's probably difficult. If it means there's no stories, it means it's probably difficult to make a story up.
Complete freedom in that sense, but then why even bother licensing Minecraft for it? Why not just make a movie that doesn't have to be made out of blocks?
I mean, the one thing we would probably say it probably will be a massive
Commercial
success, even if it is
yes,
shite.
but it could still get critically shoved right up the arse. But you know,
destroyed. And our last bit of news, if anybody's been on Twitch recently, is the Pokemon series. The Pokemon game apparently finished
today, yesterday. I haven't really been keeping up with it, but I actually went back and watched the last battle with Blue, or Gary, or whatever you call him.
Oh yes, I read about this online.
It only took them around 10 minutes to beat him. They had the level 81 Zapdos, though.
Oh, okay.
Which I guess they did a lot of grinding, maybe? Because, yeah.
On Thursday night, I was with Jack after we did the Extinction video, and he was on Twitch watching it, yeah. And all I could see, people were just deliberately spamming the button to make the guy just kind of go up and not really do anything. Yeah, pretty much. And what I heard, if I just quickly do something quickly, I think what I read carefully enough, I think it took 16 days for them to complete.
Yes, it took around that, and the stream now reads the next project will start in, well, the counter was at 23 hours last time I checked. So by the time this goes up, it's probably at half a day
it says
or less.
On here, Twitch plays Pokemon will resume shortly. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, so I guess maybe they'll go on to Gold.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, obviously, what they do, and we'll keep you updated on anything else happens in probably the next news.
It would be interesting to see the shelf life of this. How long until people
Jack
get bored?
said to me at its peak last week, it had 82,000 views. And it's
averaging
and when
around
we went
50,
on there on
000.
Thursday night, it only had 37,000 viewers. So
yeah, Well, we'll have to see, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that is everybody. That is the news. Thank you for listening. If you have listened, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening.
Cheers.
Did you know there are no clocks or windows in any Las Vegas gambling casino?